to break down a little bit of the trailer if you haven't seen it yet on Disney Plus. How about we break down some hero and villains best all time? And we have some Lord of the Rings, we have some Lego stuff to talk to, all that and a little bit more.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 464. Magic Mike, Moose, and Game God. This week, Game God, you were off last week. I
was sick.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm sure you were.
I didn't know you.
Sick.
You understood you ran out of sick time already.
Nope. I have sick time.
Nope. Actually, you don't.
Yeah. We actually did a calculation.
Check with your union rep. He'll discuss it with you. Don't worry.
I will. I'm gonna call Mr. Choopy on the line now.
That's it. He never fails. It's Choopy or bust. All right, let's start with.
No, Moose, you're not gonna start. I want to start, and I want to start. I want to start because last week I was not here, as you alluded to, right?
Of course. Mm-hmm.
And I was not satisfied with that episode, and here's why. Okay. Right? You were talking about Captain America, and Brave New World, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I must have heard 12 times. No spoilers. We're not. There's nothing you haven't seen. This, and that. Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I swear, at the end of it all, I heard you gave me the end credit scene. One way, form, or fashion. You described the whole end credit scene about Secret Wars and the whole stuff. Like, I didn't know it was there. Like I sat there and it was like a bad train wreck. I wanted to keep listening.
Right. Here's the deal. You didn't know that they were going to have an end credit scene, but now you do when you see the movie. If you see the movie, at least you know what you're going to sit through.
Listen, I felt like I don't need to sit through it. You told me.
Well, there you go.
And here's the other piece. Thanks for ruining it and saying that Hulk beats that Captain America beats Hulk, or Sam Wilson, whatever his name is, Falcon beats the Hulk. It's like he mentions it. He's like, oh yeah, it ends with.
Of course he has to. Yeah.
No, let me be surprised, man.
You were surprised by that statement.
Listen, I was surprised that I heard 12 times that there was no spoilers. Yeah, but I felt like I watched the movie listening to the episode.
Here's the deal. I heard somebody say this is the best line. Somebody gave me this, and they said, it's basically like Falcon and Winter Soldier episode, another episode, like the final episode.
Oh wow! So that's what it's extended. It was the episode that they didn't have on TV.
The missing episode. Yeah.
Okay. So that can go either way. That can be like, I like that show. I'm gonna watch it. Or it could be like, I don't like that show. I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, here's the thing. You're saying that Moose spoiled it, or now you don't have to watch it. We knew that going in. We didn't have to watch it because we'd seen so much.
True. Yeah, but I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was a Secret Wars end credit.
It's alluding to that. Come on.
Okay. Well, that's number one. Number two, you guys talked about duels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe what I heard from you folks as some of the best duels. And I got the Wolverine and Deadpool.
This is from MCU. Okay.
Yeah. Wolverine and Deadpool, right? You mentioned Rocket and Groot. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then the other one that you guys did not mention, it escapes me, and I was so hyped to say it.
I guess.
But what was the three you picked, Magic Mike, again? It was the same thing as Moose picked, so it wouldn't be hard to remember.
Yeah, well, hopefully I can remember. Sometimes I feel a little choopy. It was Deadpool and Wolverine. You laughing is making me laugh now. I can't control it. Deadpool Wolverine was number one. And who else do we have, Moose? I'm
Oh
forgetting.
my
now.
goodness! There's a choopy moment. Listen,
Oh,
I you know what?
I said
I go
Thor
back.
and Loki.
Yeah,
Keep going.
Yeah, and Rocket and Groot is what I said.
yeah.
And I was like, though that was not that. I like the picks that you guys picked, but I said Iron Man and Spider Man.
Iron Man and Spider-Man is what you.
Yeah, you
Yes.
did say that.
For the
yeah.
MCU, Iron Man and Spider Man. Now, can you guys listen? For MCU, every time you saw Spider Man, it was Iron Man and vice versa. Once Spider Man got introduced with
Yeah.
Iron Man,
That
So
was
that-
not
they
a
were-
duo. That
Yes,
was
it
not a
was.
duo. That
Yes,
was
it
a
was.
mentor and mentoree
And that doesn't
relationship
matter.
the entire
That's a
time.
duel.
That's
That's
not
a
a
duel.
duo.
That's a
Yeah.
duel.
That is not a
Right?
duel.
When
That-
did they?
that is-
when were the only time that they were
Go ahead.
fighting in the same
Uh-huh.
on the same screen
Keep going.
was what was this? Captain America and Civil War. I mean,
Nope.
that's when they-
Nope.
Mhm.
Hold on,
They-
I'm getting there.
Okay.
And then you saw them with the rest of the group where it's Infinity. Now it's the Avengers movie. So they never really had there was never a.
Whoa, wait. So you're changing the whole premise now. You're trying to say
I'm
that
not-
they got to have their own movie to be a
No,
duel?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
Moose,
they.
he's trying to get his
their own
15 minutes right now.
movie.
I am trying to get my 15 minutes because I felt like I was robbed with some of the information that you guys gave on the last
So
podcast.
you didn't like Falcon and Winter Soldier? You didn't think that was a good duo to
No,
pick?
that was a good duel. But but at the end of the day, there was a lot left off the table, and I know Moose did what he usually does. He starts bringing in characters he didn't even mention. Right? He gave you 8 to pick, and then he brought 2 extras that he left off the list and said, it's like,
No, that's not what
yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's recorded, right? Get it off before it comes off of Facebook. But I will tell you, there is nothing better than a duel than a good villain and a good hero.
Yeah, that's right. A good villain, a good hero. Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, really. But you brought up the movie. So what did you think? I don't remember what you said the opening number would be. We know what the opening number was. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
one?
I heard the opening number. Yeah, and I think I was just under 100. I think I was like 90 something. I might have been.
Maybe.
So I was way off. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Where do you think it would go? Second week. Where do you think it fell?
I think it might have hit 110 at this point.
Total.
Yeah, because not for second and first week together.
Okay, so you think it did 80 million the first week, and then the second weekend you think it did another 40.
Correct. Nah, 30, 40, yeah.
Wow.
There's a difference between 30 and
Hold
40.
on a second, Magic Mike. So we've constantly said, and we've repeated this, that when a movie has an opening, it's about a 50% reduction from the 2nd weekend. That's what we've said. So he's telling me that he believes it's lower than the don't go looking it up, Game Guy. This is we're having a discussion because this was supposed to be a round table discussion, and there you go trying to Google it.
Yeah.
You can't Google flu this.
No, Google flu.
Ooh. That's what he does. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
You always think it's me, and it's always him. See?
No, it is not. I'm trying to take a page out of your book. It's very hard. I don't know how you make it seem so seamless.
There was a considerable drop in the second weekend. So it was more. It was closer to like 70% drop versus 50.
Yes, it absolutely was. I think it was 28, I want to say, second week.
That's correct.
That is insane. That's correct. Just because he's looking it up.
Bad. That's
How
pretty
crazy
Yeah,
is
I
that?
am looking at it.
Now,
Yeah, so it did 80 the first weekend, right?
yeah,
84, I think it was. Yeah.
And then put another 28. So yeah, about 110.
Oh, thank you, Beetle. So you're telling me, first of all, you're telling me that is that okay, or is this the outcome of the movie? That the movie is not that good.
Listen, we have it on record. Game God has said recently, is probably several episodes ago now. He said this is the new norm, and he was okay with that.
Yes,
you're right. I don't know why I'm so disappointed in this, but you're absolutely right. This is coming out on Disney Plus next month. I just want you to know that.
Absolutely, 100%.
Disney Plus. If it isn't on digital rental now, I don't know if it is or not.
You could actually.
That's bad.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Moose and I, we were right because we both guessed around 80, if I remember, for the opening.
Yeah, I was over. I was closer to 100.
And then I think you were like 120. I think is what you had said.
Nah, I don't think I said that.
'Cause you thought it was going to be something great. We were both surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may have to go to the
But-
milk crates for that.
Then we also said that based on what we had read and the people we had talked to, it was going to be a huge drop off, and it was. That's an incredible drop off because I think people were just excited to get the MCU and see Captain America and Red Hulk, but not to revisit this again. But that's a horrible turnout for the second week.
It was the third highest drop off in an MCU movie.
That's pretty bad. That's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
The only two movies worse than that was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania at 69.9,
Mhm.
and The Marvels at 78%.
Of course, the Marvels.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
The
Yeah,
Marvels.
so- yes, is that.
Think about just that whole piece in itself. I mean, Rob Liefeld, creator of Deadpool, recently said that he's saying that he's calling for Kevin Feige's, whatever his last name is, Choopy, calling saying, "Hey, it's time to move on."
Wow,
Is it-
is it?
That's my question to you. Is it?
I don't think so. I don't think it's him.
You don't think it's him?
I don't think it's him. I think he may have a hand in it, right? But I think that I don't think he's the. Well, I think he has a hand in it, meaning like he does sign off on it, right? I
Right.
would imagine he signs off, but he's not the one saying let's go with that. Like they're coming in with the story, and he's like,
So
it
can
sounds
he-
good.
Can he
Isn't that what the
say-
sign off is? Isn't that
Yeah.
means?
Yes,
Could
yeah,
he-
but
could he go? No. We need to change that.
he could. So I retract my statement. Yeah, get rid of him.
I'm just you're confusing. You're giving us mixed messages.
Yeah, that's what I
You're
said. I
saying-
retract my statement. Pull that
Yeah,
back.
it's twice-
Strike it from there.
Twice in the
Strike
same podcast, he's giving us mixed messages.
Hey,
Uh,
I'm
just
just
for the
not as good
record-
at his moose.
Just for the record, Game God, we're talking about Kevin Feige, Choopy, whatever it is. He's the president of Marvel Studios. I mean,
Correct.
I
Yeah,
don't
but he's
think-
not in charge of it though.
Yeah, he's not in charge of it though. He's just, he's gonna sign off on it. I mean,
But-
this is the guy that is calling the shots. Let's be clear.
But he's not writing scripts.
It doesn't matter.
Really? This is where you're going with
Okay.
that.
All right, hold on a second. So you're telling me that if you're the GM of football team, that you're going, hey, I'm not signing off on anything. It's a head coach. He's calling the plays. I mean, all he's saying is, what are you saying?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
I didn't draw the plays up.
That's
I just
right.
put everything
I'm not
together
out
and
on the
signed
field.
off on it.
I would have threw the flag.
All right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so
Well,
you-
listen. So who you replace him?
you know who I would replace him with?
Who?
What's his name?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Absolutely.
No, what's his name? Woody. No, not Woody. What's his name? Barbie. Sonny. Happy. You know who that is?
Oh! I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
No, what's his
happy
name?
from the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to keep going.
Yeah, I did too. I was hoping somebody would join me, but they
Yeah,
didn't.
John Favreau.
Favreau. Yeah, John Favreau. I mean, I think he's a perfect. Now,
I agree. I agree.
could he get it wrong too? Possibly. You could. By the way, that was a setup for somebody to say Choopy. But no one did.
I was so busy
Oh,
laughing
sorry.
that you trying to guess his name.
Yeah, John Favreau. I mean, look, he's had some good success, but I think I'd give him a shot. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think you got to look at the record where you are right now and say it's time. We're not progressing. We're not getting better.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that Kathleen Kennedy is planning on leaving being the head of Star Wars.
well, that who I think that should go to. Everybody knows who I think that should go to. Cowboy.
Mr. Cowboy.
Yep,
Mr.
That's right.
Yep,
You got
Mr.
it.
Cowboy.
You know who he is. Who is
Yeah,
it?
we all know.
What's
I-
his name?
His name is Choopy.
There you go.
Leave it
See?
to him.
Finally getting it. Okay, I love it.
Choopy
his name
Cowboy.
his name just completely escapes me, by the way.
David.
Tenenbaum.
Not David. Dave. Is it Dave? It's Dave, isn't it?
That's what I said. Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni.
Filoni. There you go. That's
Filoni.
what I said.
How long have you been doing a podcast?
Chupi.
No, you guys can't get your names right. This is ridiculous. Dave Filoni.
Hey, I got a history of not getting names right, so
he should be
This
the
is
head of Star
true.
Wars. No question in my mind. Dave Filoni should be the.
Yeah.
but she's going to be retiring. So
Okay.
maybe
over
2 years too late.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, take a look. I mean, look at the last thing that I think she just got really, hit, in the chest with a lot of the reviews from the last Star Wars piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was time to have something different.
Well, when you put out something that doesn't work, you don't want to go after those who after the fans and those who want to see, or those who are going to pay the money to see it. What you need to do is recognize that it's time for change. That's all. It's real simple.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, the trailer for Andor came out. Is it time for a change?
Well, who is in charge of this Andor? Who's in charge?
It's Feige.
No, no, it's not. He's Marvel. What is
Kathleen? Oh, you talking about who's the main character?
No.
No.
Who's in charge of the Andor movie? Kathleen Kennedy's name's still up there, but Andor 2, who's the producer?
Oh, producer.
Like, I'm just trying to
that's
figure out
out of my
who's-
pay grade.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same producer, and it is.
executive producer Tony Gilroy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, here's the deal on this. I don't know about you guys, but if you haven't, I know you've seen this, but man, this thing is it is point blank awesome. Like, I see this and I go, this has got movie written all over it. I know we got the movie, but then you see all these people that were in the movie that now we're getting in a series, and my heart was beating so fast and swelling up that it just this thing looks amazing.
Well,
Tell me I'm wrong.
So before we go into Andor, for those who don't know who Tony Gilroy is, he's done all the Bourne movies. So he's producer on Bourne Legacy, Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Identity. So all the Bourne movies, Michael Clayton, like he's done these type of movies. So this fits right in his wheelhouse. And you are absolutely right, Moose. You look at this, you think it's a movie.
Oh yeah,
It's got movie production quality. It's got movie quality actors. And just the acting itself. Forget about the actors. The acting itself, it doesn't fit a show. You think about the Acolyte, right? Because it was like one of the last Star Wars shows.
That's the one that Kathleen Kennedy really took a hit on. Yeah.
Yeah. So you think about that show, and you look at the acting in that show, right? And the quality of acting and actors they have, and even if you want to go a step further, the production value of that show, right? It feels like a show.
It
right?
feels like from the get, it feels like a show.
Yeah,
Yes.
you feel like you're watching a show.
Remember all the stage where we're like, oh, this is what it is. Like they were in this the view from the top that they showed, like it was like a not Metal Gear Solid, although it could have had that feeling too. It was the other game, not Metal Gear. Help me out, game guy.
No, I'm gonna let you choopy it out.
Gears of War.
Choopy it out.
So you're like, oh well, they just like the rocks. They get hot.
Correct.
And all of them just passed out. Like it looked cheesy.
It looked like it was filmed in a warehouse. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like this. But when you see this is the trailer, and obviously season 1 was just the same, right? When you see the set design, we see it is amazing. It is amazing. Like, and this trailer didn't give a lot. This trailer, you really don't see. You see a couple things, but you don't know what's really going on.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
which I love, but it gives you so much, and now you got to piece it together.
Correct.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
Magic Mike.
think
Go ahead.
watching this, like you guys said, this looks incredible. Here's my only problem with the trailer. That music does not fit the trailer.
Okay,
I had a really hard problem with that as I'm watching the trailer, and it almost felt like there's some comedy that's supposed to come up, or I'm like, what is this? Doesn't fit. So I was trying to tune out this music so I could watch the trailer, because the trailer, like you said, this is movie quality. It looks great. And I'm just repeating what you guys are saying, but it has to be said again. You're really not sure how this is going to play out, because you get to see all these characters. You're going, oh wait, oh there's so and so there, and it's really good. Action is great. This is going to be an excellent season.
Moose, I want to just say the person who edited the trailer, he's no longer with us no more. So we fixed that problem.
Well, you're right, Magic Mike. The music was a little different. I mean, I agree.
Guardians of the Galaxy feel.
It wasn't. Yeah, it didn't have the Star Wars, ensemble feel of for music. But if you were just watching it and didn't know it was a Star Wars movie, you would be okay with that.
You know, it's funny. When I first watched it, I didn't watch it with sound. So that was that was the first time hearing the sound when we watched, and I was like, that kind of changes a little bit something about it. But I watched it without the sound, and I was like, oh wow, this looks great. So to your point, Magic Mike, you're right. The movie, the sound does take a little bit. The soundtrack for this trailer does take some from it.
I will tell you, I was surprised to see like a modern day missile being launched from something versus a laser. A blaster type of thing. So I thought
that was cool though.
That was cool because we hadn't seen that yet. We haven't seen that Star Wars.
And if you guys, if no one here, I know we have, but if you're listening to us and you haven't seen season 1, you need to go and see season 1. Season 1,
absolutely.
Season 1 was really good. It was really good.
All right. Well, let's speaking of season 1. That's my transition. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna not say that's my transition from any longer. You guys know exactly what I mean when I say that. That's all insider baseball stuff, and I don't think our audience really even cares to hear us say that.
No,
so I'm never gonna say it again. This is my 13 years later. I'm now gonna say.
Mark that down, Magic Mike. Go ahead. Get the time stamp on this. And
what do you think about this? This is a question for you guys. This isn't a Google foo moment here. This is to get your brain working. But what are some of the most famous? Because we all believe that in order to have a good story, you said it earlier, Game God, you got to have a good villain for your show. If you've got a good show, then you've got a good villain. But if you think of the best or the most famous, or maybe just simply the best hero villain combos. Now we talked last week about MCU duos, but this one would be specifically surrounding a hero and the villain. Who would you rank? If you had to pick just some out of the air, who would you say? Okay, these are good. This is good. This is good. This would be my probably the all-time favorite. What would you say? And you could use movies.
Cartoons,
comic book. No cartoons per se, but movie and comic book. So MCU, DC, whatever.
Kind of puts me in a little bit of a box there because what my choice doesn't kind of fit there a little bit.
Well, that's okay. Well, then you could just think of movies. Just
yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I think this is
comic books is wide open on that.
Okay, we're going to comic books.
But I would if you think it's an animation.
No, it's not that.
Pull back.
No. So I'll go first so you can shoot me down.
I'm not shooting you down. I'm just curious on what you're thinking.
Optimus and Megatron.
Okay.
I
That's a
don't know about a movie and
it's a movie. But
I wouldn't say it was really good in the movie, so I wouldn't necessarily pick that.
But I'm saying, from my thought point is like one can't be without the other, right?
Well, especially since they were friends.
It's because I didn't want to take. I didn't want to take Batman and Joker because that's literally the first one I thought of was Batman and the Joker.
Okay. Well, but that is one. That is one.
Yeah, I mean, Batman doesn't exist without Joker. Joker doesn't exist without Batman, and together they make each other better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's on my list.
I gotta tell you, I completely forgot about that because on my list, and I can't believe I forgot about that. But along the same lines as Superman and Lex Luthor, right?
I love that. See, Superman and Lex Luthor, perfect hero, perfect villain. I love that. Yeah. I didn't even. I wasn't. But that's perfect. Okay. What do you think?
I got another one. Another one. Spider-Man and Green Goblin.
Okay. Perfect.
So
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Green Goblin.
I feel like that's more animation for me.
I know where you're going. Okay, because I feel it. I feel the energy coming off of you there. Because you could go, well, what about Spider-Man and Doc Ock, or Spider-Man and Sandman, or is that where you're going?
Yeah. Because I feel like specifically Green Goblin was more an animation piece. That's what it feels like to me.
He was in the movie.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't in the movie. I'm saying to put that in that level of we're talking about. I don't think the movie put them in that level, in my opinion. But what about Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader?
I mean, you could, yeah. hero villain. I think that would arguably be number one in my opinion in a versus like Batman and Joker.
All right,
You know?
I'm gonna hit you with one where you never would have seen coming from me.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're gonna go with Captain Kirk and Khan.
That's
That's
good.
a good one.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, because this made it across several platforms.
Mm-hmm.
TV series, into the show, and into the movie, and then into the more recent movies.
Wow.
So you wouldn't expect that
I'm
from
sitting
me.
here trying to think of like Marvel. Like, what would you say in Marvel? Like a hero and villain.
See, the thing from
and
go ahead.
Marvel, because I can think of some other DCs. I could probably think of one or two DC that maybe we haven't named. I'm just trying to picture some in my mind. My mind's eye. But now I'm thinking of Marvel. I'm like, there really hasn't been, at least I can't think of some that was true single.
Yeah,
hero,
exactly right.
single villain.
Yeah.
There's usually a team, a group of them. I mean, you could go Thor and Loki, although you could also have them as a duo, as a hero. But really, Thor and Loki. But how many in Marvel, at least in movies,
One-on-one?
there really hasn't been, right?
Yeah, there hasn't.
And what does that say about the villains in the movies? Are they so strong that it takes a group to take them down?
Well, here's
Maybe.
you could put in the movie, didn't really do it justice, but in the comics you could put Wolverine and Sabretooth.
Yeah.
But
The movie
I don't know if it
tried.
reaches
the movie did not do it
Yeah, it
justice.
did not do it justice at all.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a tough one there. But and definitely in the comic books, they were always at each other.
Always, yeah.
So
I just think that the villains may be better in Marvel.
well, I don't know. I don't know if I would say that. I think that
I mean, Joker is almost a perfect villain.
correct.
You're right. That is
No
true.
different than Batman being a perfect hero. I mean, that's what make them so good.
They and when you think about the Joker, right? Joker has no power, right? It's like he's
not superhuman. He's
a man.
He's
Yeah.
a man.
Yeah.
But
That's
so is
it.
Batman. He's
Yeah,
just a man.
exactly right. And so, but Joker does not do anything that Batman does. Batman does like heroic, like
Right.
like really
Mhm.
top line, human man things. Joker's just a skinny dude. I mean, he's smart. And he's not smart like a Dr. Octopus smart, right? He's
Right.
he's just maniacal smart, like he's like ruthless.
Yeah.
But a lot of words that I had trouble saying.
Yeah.
Try to struggle through that. But no, I think that and like I said earlier in the episode today, I was like, you can't have a great hero without a great villain. But when you think about the MCU, for example, Thanos comes to mind, but it was not a singular a singular hero, right? When you think about even like upcoming, right? So Doctor Doom is going to be coming out, hopefully.
So
And
you think of Fantastic Four and
Right.
Doctor Doom. Yeah, that's a great combo, but not singular. They're not
Correct.
It's a group.
So, but when it comes to a comic book, though, in the comic books they do have individual one-on-ones. I just don't think it translates on the movie screen.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you think Professor X and Magneto,
Correct.
not really.
Yeah.
No, because
X-Men
Professor
versus
usually-
Magneto,
yeah.
you know?
correct. So it's tough. That's tough from a movie sense. I think
Comic book sense it shouldn't be, but in reality, when you go through all of the individual pieces, I mean, even Doctor Strange. I mean, I can't think of one true villain, Doctor Strange, face that you go, oh yeah, this was the, like he had plenty of single villains, but none that go, yeah, let's do a movie about this one.
Yeah.
That's why it was easier for like Spider-Man per se, because Spider-Man, and I get what you were saying, Magic Mike, that it didn't come across like with Green Goblin and Sandman, because Sandman was a movie with Sandman and Spider-Man,
Yep.
like, so I think they didn't have the right actor maybe casted for that villain, or they didn't give the villain the right amount of screen time per se, maybe to allow them to be.
You're talking about Green Goblin?
No, I just talk
No, I
about
think it's about
Spider-Man.
Sandman.
Sandman was one I was talking about. Yeah,
Sandman definitely did not have enough screen time, but
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
yeah. And then when you think about Vulture with Michael Keaton, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't get enough of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
You got some, but yeah.
Yeah. So and I think that they think in at least in the MCU that they can't have one hero versus one villain because I think it's about selling merchandise. It's about it's
Okay,
more things
let me
involved.
let me ask you this, something that I held off on, and that is I didn't want to talk about animation and cartoons because that's what I want to bring separately. So if you just do animation and cartoons, I think the list fills up pretty quickly.
Really?
But I also think it does it in a different way. So I'll give you an example. So think about cartoons. You can go into whatever animation you want. There's a lot. Now, if you take that into movie animation, then you have even a greater piece. If it's just animation from a TV show perspective, or a show perspective, I think it's there's so many, and there's so many good ones. So here's a couple: He-Man and Skeletor.
Oh yes.
I mean, that's just
Hey, Lionel and Munra.
and Mumra, right? Well,
Yeah.
you could say Thundercats, but again, that's a team. But I'm okay with a team in animation because it feels different to me. The Turtles and Shredder.
Correct.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that does. Yeah, it is different.
Batman and Joker are still the same.
Correct.
Optimus and Megatron still the same. Voltron. I mean,
King Lotor.
Oh yeah.
King Lotor, right?
King or Prince? I don't remember.
No,
but-
Prince Lotor. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the king was his father.
Yeah,
how
so
about-
that's
how
another
about-
one.
How about Tom and Jerry? Just kidding.
hey, depend what episode. Depend what episode.
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's funny.
Depend what episode.
But you could expand that out. There's just so
You got
many.
Peter Pan and Captain Hook. How about those two?
Oh,
Yeah.
look at
Well, I
that.
mean, like I said, if you go Disney, you could go a lot. You could, there's plenty to choose from.
The Beast and Gaston.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Actually, not the way you think that one went down. I mean, actually, the Beast is the good guy in this.
Yeah.
But literally, like you could Scar, and the Lion King,
He's the
Mufasa
real Lion King.
or Simba and Scar. You could do that, But anyway, I thought that was interesting. What other animation do you think you could think of that?
Well, it's funny is that I think that all the animation you brought up, for example,
Uh-huh.
was animation from the past.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
think I don't think there's any recent animation that does
Well, I
the
mean,
job.
You could say SpongeBob and Plankton if you wanted to.
That's really choopy of you.
Hey, it's true. How about the? Yeah, I mean, coming back out, Smurfs 2, the movie. Yeah, you could go Smurfs and Gargamel. I mean, you could do that.
You could, but again, older stuff.
But it's older.
Yeah.
Stories.
So I think there's something to be said. I think in the past, and I don't want to make this a timepiece, but I think that the animation from the past did a better job of having those
Yeah.
one-on-one.
Hey,
I
how
think-
about Harry Potter and Voldemort? How about that?
Oh, so you
Oh,
took
yeah.
you took mine. I was gonna throw it in there.
Hey, that's the only one he had. Come on, Moose.
No, he was talking about. I had several, but you were talking about animation, and you went away from it. And I'm like,
I just say what's on my mind. I'm just when it comes in, I just.
Hey, who was the villain in GoBots? Remember that one?
I don't remember.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you can't name 3 characters from the GoBots. By
I
the way,
bet
I know
you
that's. Are
You wanna-
yeah,
You said 3.
3.
I
Go ahead.
got you. Ready?
Give me 3. Give me 3.
Here's my hands. So I'm
Okay.
gonna Google food
Okay.
this.
Okay.
All right. You ready? How about would you go ahead and would you fact check me right now? You ready?
Magic Mike, you're the fact checker. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Dive. Go ahead and take a look.
Dive.
Dive.
That doesn't even sound right. You checking that Magic Mike?
I'm trying to.
Robot. Go ahead.
I
Google it.
I got Game God internet right now.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right.
Do the next one.
How about water walk?
Oh no. See, he's making this stuff up. There's no way.
I'm not making this up. That's why I told you to fact check me because it was going to sound crazy.
All right, give me the last one.
I'm struggling. Tell me if I'm right on the first 2. Come on.
I'm looking.
I'm not
struggling.
seeing.
There's a deep cuts right here.
Hey, this is why I do a podcast,
Oh
fellas.
no!
This-
Yep. Dive is
Uh-huh.
GoBots.
Thank
Okay.
you. That's a submarine, right?
Yeah. It's like it's a submarine. You're
It's a
absolutely
submarine.
right. And what's the
Water-
second one?
Water walk was
Water.
he's a plane that lands. You know how they have the planes that land on water. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll tell you,
Tell me
that's true too.
Okay.
He's 2 for 2. Okay.
I can't
okay.
think of a third one. Okay, you got me in 3, but I can't do, and
Listen,
that's more impressive.
I'm impressed enough with
Yeah,
2.
okay.
So
Hey, listen, I didn't believe those were real, so that I give you that. You got all 3 with me.
Okay, good. Well,
like,
anyway, yeah. So there's a lot of good animation out there that you could really go, oh, this is great stuff, and made for good cartoons.
Psykill was the main bad guy.
Psykill. Okay, that's right.
Psykill.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Spacey,
Spacey.
Spacey.
Filtor,
Choopy?
Boogeyman,
Choopy?
Creeper,
Okay. I don't
Master Renegade.
Okay, I don't remember him, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
listen, some of these names I can't believe they allowed us names. I'm like, someone just put names in a box
Yeah.
and just started pulling
Yeah.
stuff out. It's like,
what sticks? Roll this dice, roll that dice, whatever.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. So, but yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Anyway, Turbo,
right.
Scooter.
Oh, that's it. That's all I got. All right, let's move on to, what do you have in Lord of the Rings style? What do you have?
So this Halloween, this Christmas, that Lord of the Rings animation came out. War of
Yeah, that comes out February 28th, I think.
Thanks. On to the next topic.
Hey, man.
It's coming out. It's coming out on Max on February 28th. Yes.
Yeah.
So thanks for that one. I appreciate
I
that.
had something to add. I thought you were
No,
gonna add
and obviously the film that's first of the films that are coming out directed by Andy Serkis. We already talked about that. 2026 The Hunt for Gollum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man. Thanks.
No wonder,
That was
no wonder he's doing Gollum, because he's got it's him. Oh, by the way, I something came across my news feed for Harry Potter that said that oh gosh, his name just slipped my mind. Who's going to play Dumbledore?
Oh my gosh, yes. And I forgot his name too. I can picture
Guy's
him.
name? He's in Raising Cain. He's in Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah. Oh my.
What's his name?
John Lithgow. John Lithgow. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
John
wow,
Lithgow.
really?
Yeah, he's gonna do Dumbledore. Now, John Lithgow, he can act. That guy has,
Yes.
he's got
He
some
is.
extra.
Listen, I've seen him done
see.
some. Yeah, I know he likes to play that really quirky comedy role.
Well,
but
I didn't realize he could do quirky comedy until Third Rock from the Sun. Otherwise, I know him as a kind of a serious actor.
Oh,
Yes,
really? You don't
yes,
remember
yeah.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Harry and Henderson's. Yep.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
That's old right there. That's old.
That is-
Well,
that's
his
old.
most recent stuff I saw him in was something as a period piece with he played Winston Churchill.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well, he's also in a show called The Old Man out on Hulu, which is a really good show.
Oh yeah,
Plays a
yes. He's on that. Yes, and he's with who's he playing
Jeff
opposite
Bridges.
on that?
Yeah.
Yes,
playing with
great
Jeff
show
Bridges.
by the way.
great show. I don't think they're going to come out with a season 2 though. are
Yes,
they?
there is.
They did,
There's a
yes.
season 2.
Season
There is
2
a-
There is a
done-
season
is-
2. Yeah, there is a season
know
2.
if
It's out?
Yeah, it's out and over
It's
with.
been out.
My goodness,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Well,
but John Lithgow, really good acting chops. I've seen him
yeah.
do like really like he plays. There's a movie he played multiple personalities. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's like a thriller. But yeah, he's got some acting chops.
Yeah, I think he'll play a great Dumbledore. Absolutely.
I think he
Yeah.
I think he is too. I think he's going to do a fantastic job. All right, last topic of the night. How about some Legos? You have
So you guys know I'm on a Lego journey. What I mean by that,
Sure.
I've been doing some sets now. I started
50 years later. Yep. Mhm.
50. Yeah, so I started my D&D Castle.
Yes.
4 books. I'm on the 2nd book now. So Lego just announced today that they have a new set coming out in
really?
March.
For
Yes.
D&D.
Not D&D. I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
oh.
it is something you may like. We covered the topic of the movie that is coming from a couple episodes ago, and it's Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Oh,
Right,
that
so I'm
makes
gonna
sense.
get you that
Makes
Jurassic
sense.
Park. The
Mhm.
Lego's coming out with a T-Rex fossil. That is over 3,000 pieces.
Mhm.
Wow.
And it's a T-Rex that's 3 feet long.
Okay.
And
So a baby T-Rex.
yes, baby T-Rex. Yeah. But I bring it up because there's pictures of it out already. And it looks phenomenal.
Mhm.
It looks really good. I'm as I go through my Lego journey, and I'm like, I can't do nothing less than 3,000 pieces now. So I guess I'm gonna
Oh
do
my
this one.
goodness! Whatever.
Jeez.
What a
Come on,
joke.
man.
But hey, so what do you think this price would be?
I based on Lego prices, and I would say to you, Game God, first of all, I love Lego stuff, and I wish I could buy more, but it is so expensive, and I can't believe that it's as expensive as it is.
Yep.
And maybe that has something to do with the rights of the things that they're trying
The
to
licensing,
get. The licensing, yeah. But if I had to guess, I'm going to say, how big did you say this was? There's 3,000.
3,145 pieces.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to say that's $350.
Okay, that's a solid guess. Magic Mike, you want to take a stab at it?
Well, that's kind of been the norm, so I would have guessed around the same price. That's typical for Lego. In the past, it has been.
All right, so Moose, run to the Lego store on March 15th because it's only $250.
What?
Oh, $250. Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean that's $100 less than what I thought it would be, but still, yeah, that's a lot.
March
That's a lot.
15th.
It's only one bone too. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's a choopy price, though.
That's a choopy price.
I can tell you.
But considering what you're absolutely right, it's usually $1 per piece.
Yeah,
or per 10 pieces, I believe is what the ratio is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So $350. That sounds about right. But no, this is $250. I'm like, wow. So the price really got me for $250. Yeah. I'm like, I definitely take that because
I just think that I just think that if Lego, I don't know if they can, but here's the thing about Lego. Lego is almost like gold, folks. I just want you to know that. It's almost like buying Nvidia stock. I mean, it's so good that you could, if you bought it today for $100, if you keep it in the box, you could sell it for $120 in just a few months. Like it's incredible the value that it holds. It's truly incredible. So
and you brought up stock. It's funny they don't have, they're privately owned, so they don't have a stock. Yes. But can you imagine if they were public? Man. Yeah. And when do you think? And topic for another day maybe. But when do you think Lego really started blowing up? Because it wasn't always this popular.
No,
you're saying topic for another day, but you're asking us the question.
No. I just something. Yeah, I'm going to ask it. So you want to answer? You don't have to answer. You can start cueing the music.
Let me. That's a good segue. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do that.
Last episode.
Yep. Here we are.
All right. I don't know, but we could talk about it. What did you ask? I forgot the question already.
When they really started getting popular.
Yeah.
Oh, when did they start getting popular? When did you start buying them?
He just started buying them last year. So, hey, guys, don't forget. 4th is Born Again, Devil Born Again. So,
that's right, it's coming out. Hey guys, let's do it again next week. This was fun. I love having you guys together.
I was just leaving.
Nerd alert! Nerd alert! Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.